Good morning, students. Continuing with our chapter number 4, Ecosystem. The food chain. What is the food chain? It is a series of organisms which are linked to each other through a process of eating and being eaten. Here is an example of a food chain. The grass, which is the producer, then the grass is eaten by a deer. So deer is the primary consumer. The deer is eaten by a lion. So lion is a secondary consumer. One more example of a food chain. The grains eaten by the rat. So grains are the producer and rat the primary consumer. Rat is being eaten by the snake. So snake is the secondary consumer. The snake is eaten by the eagle. So eagle is the tertiary consumer. The trophic levels. Each link in the food chain through which the energy transfer takes place is known as a trophic level. There are generally 4 trophic levels where the energy transfer takes place. The sun is the ultimate source of energy. The sun's energy is transferred by the green plants in the form of food. The green plants use the sun's energy and undergo the process of photosynthesis and prepare food. It is the first trophic level. The producers, they make the first trophic level. The second trophic level is occupied by the herbivores. 10% of energy from the first trophic level, that is from the green plants, is transferred to the second trophic level, that is the herbivores. The second trophic level passes 10% of its energy to the third trophic level, which is occupied by the carnivores, which feed on the herbivore of the second trophic level. From here, the 10% energy is transferred to the fourth trophic level, which is occupied by the top carnivores. In an ecosystem, various food chains cannot function in isolation. So they all are interconnected by the organisms which are part of more than one food chain. So the interlinked network of the different food chains constitutes a food web. All the food web start with the food chain in which the producer is the starter or the beginner. So here we can see a food web. Grass is eaten by rabbit as well as by the rat and beetle. Beetle is eaten by a fox as well as rat is eaten by a fox. Rabbit also is eaten by a fox. Rabbit can be eaten by the owl as well as fox. So we can see the interlink between different food chains. Pyramid of numbers. It represents the total number of individuals of different species at each trophic levels. In this type of pyramid, the number of individuals decreases from the lower trophic level as we move to the higher trophic level. This type of pyramids can be seen in the grassland ecosystem and the pond ecosystem. Now here we can see the grass is the producer and it is present in abundance. The herbivores or the primary consumers which are dependent on these producers are less in number than the grass. And the carnivores or the secondary consumers which depend on the herbivores, they are fewer in number than the herbivores. So this way there is a decrease in the individuals as we move high in the trophic levels. Interdependence between different organisms. The organisms depend on each other for their various needs. These interdependence can be categorized as symbiosis. It is a type of interdependence in which both the species are benefited. Example, lichens. which is a symbiotic association of fungus and algae. In this, both of them are benefited by getting the nutrition. Parasitism. Here the parasite gets the benefit on the expense of host. The parasite gets its nourishment from the host on which it is living. Examples: human and lice. The lice feeds or gets the nourishment from the human blood. In this, humans are having a loss. Mutualism. In this, both the organisms are benefited. Example: ants in the acacia tree. Here the ants get a shelter as well as food from the tree, and the acacia tree gets the protection from the herbivores by the ants. Commensalism. In this, one organism consumes the unused food from the other. It does not do any harm to the host. Example: remora fish and shark. The remora fish feeds on the leftover food of the shark without doing any harm to the sharks. Predation. It is a process in which an organism hunts or kills another organism to get its nourishment. A predator is an organism that eats its prey. The prey means the animal on which it hunts. Example: lion and deer. Here lion is a predator and deer is a prey. Here the organisms, the two organisms, that is predator and prey, are generally of two different species. But if the predator and prey are of the same species, it is known as cannibalism. Interdependence of plants and animals. The animals get oxygen for the process of respiration from plants by the process of photosynthesis. The plants get carbon dioxide from animals, which is produced during the process of respiration. The animals get shelter. Some of the animals live on trees, so they get shelter from the plants. The insects and the birds help in pollination for plants, and the dead remains of animals, which are decomposed by the microorganisms, they add nutritive value of soil. Soil becomes enriched and healthy plants grow in such soil. Balance in nature. The interactions between the organisms and the environment creates a steady and balanced ecosystem. But the human activities have ruined the balance in nature. The three main factors which affect the balance in nature are excessive use of harmful chemicals. The human beings use a lot of chemical fertilizers which are not only disturbing the human life or affecting the human life, but also the life of other living organisms. Deforestation. The cutting of the trees on a large scale is creating a lot of problems. The shelter of the animals is being ruined. Even soil erosion, the fertile lands are being converted into the wasteland, and many other species have become endangered or extinct due to the deforestation. The greenhouse effect. To maintain the balance of energy, the earth radiates back the heat, causing rise in the temperature of the earth. This phenomenon is known as greenhouse effect. The carbon dioxide traps the heat coming from the sun on the earth, causing the greenhouse effect, and because of the increase of carbon dioxide, the global warming is being caused on the earth's environment. The forest ecosystem consists of the woodlands in which plants, animals, trees, microorganisms are present along with the abiotic components. Now here we'll discuss the biotic components of a tropical forest. Canopy trees. These are the tallest trees found in the rainforest. They are tall, thick trunks with no branches. The lianas. These have vine-like structures and they rely on the trees for the support. Epiphytes, they grow on the top of rainforest trees like a parasite, but they don't do any harm to the trees. Moss, their body is only a few cells thick in structure. They are found in the moist environment of the rainforest. Ferns, they need large amount of moisture, so they are found abundantly in the rainforest. After the producers of the tropical forest, the consumers of the tropical forest are the primary consumers which feed directly on the plants, macaws, toucans, monkeys, fruit bats, grasshoppers. The secondary consumers which feed on the primary consumers, the vampire bats, iguanas, frogs. The tertiary consumers feeding on the secondary consumers are python, anaconda and jaguars. Then the next level, the decomposers, they eat the dead organic matter. The examples are termites, earthworms and fungi. With this we complete our chapter. Thank you.